Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from the West Fork Whiskey Company. This is their high corn bourbon whiskey, finished in a rum cask, coming in at a 55.65% ABV, at least 4 years old. So the West Fork Whiskey Company is based out of Westfield, Indiana, where they have kind of two sides to the brand itself. Their in-house brand, which is the West Fork Whiskey side. This is all being aged, distilled, bottled by them. And then the Old Hammer / Hugh Hammer lineup, which is all coming from MGP typically. Now this I was really excited about the moment I heard it was coming. So what they tell us here is they're taking a 99% corn, 1% malted barley, aging that for 4 years, and then moving it over to a rum cask for an additional year and a half. So essentially, this is like 5.5-year-old product, which is crazy, especially that long finishing time. Now, the cool thing of using that 99% corn, 1% malted barley is that you're going to let that barrel do a lot of the talking. Essentially, because corn is kind of corn, and when you don't have those other grains to really do a lot of impact, you're going to rely heavily on those barrels. So I'm excited to see not only that long of a finishing time, but how West Fork's in-house side does a rum barrel, because I am a rum barrel fan. I tend to lean heavier into the rye in a rum barrel, but nonetheless, I had to grab this one. Let's jump into it. Do love their labeling on here. They did change things up on the back. They used to put a lot more information on the back here. They don't actually have a lot on here. They just tell me that it's aged for no less than 4+ years. They used to put like their mash bills and all kind of char levels on the back. So I don't know if that's just a change they're doing or what. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. I don't know if this is cask strength. The number is kind of a weird number. It is single barreled, and as far as I know, it's still available at the distillery, but it was a limited release. So as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some other reviews over the West Fork Whiskey Company that I've done, links to those videos will be up above and down below for you to check out. But I've been waiting. I've been a fan of West Fork for several years, and I've been waiting for them to do a rum barrel finished. And they keep teasing me because I've had it with their Old Hammer, the Hugh Hammer lineup, but nothing of in-house. I'm so excited. I haven't got to try this one yet. I didn't even take time at the distillery to try it beforehand because I wanted this to be a first impression. Beautiful dark oaky color on there. It's got a little bit of a yellow tinge to it, which is interesting. Like a golden, really pretty in the glass. Alrighty, let's go for notes. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So right away, you can definitely get that kind of dark, rich corn notes going on. Not necessarily corn forward. It's not like it's dusty corn, but it actually comes across like a very old whiskey on the nose. You're getting a lot of that brown sugars, vanilla cream. It's kind of straightforward, kind of classic notes on things. But the rum barrel then shows up. It's bringing across that kind of rum spices, a little bit of banana, coconut, tropical notes. You get that kind of what I equate to like the squealed tires on the racetrack from a rum barrel. You can usually find like some of your rums have that kind of burnt rubber note, and you're getting a bit of that in here. Surprising for its ABV, there's nothing harsh, no off notes, but it's very classic. You get a lot of the sweet corn butter notes, that bit of charriness from the cask itself, that nice layer of caramel and brown sugars, vanilla sweet. But that rum barrel is bringing across like a cinnamon and clove. And again, for me, I'm getting kind of a banana vibe with a bit of coconut. And just those kind of rummy spices going on. Beautiful nose. Let's go for a taste. Ooh, that one's warm on the palate. Wow. Woo, okay. A lot warmer on the palate than I was expecting. The nose kind of looks very tame and subtle. It comes across and the taste definitely drinks warm. Beautiful kind of corn profile in there. You get that kind of sweet buttery corn. You definitely get the rum cask finish. It's got this bit of like brulee, like the banana Fosters where you're toasting a banana, kind of blow torching it. A little bit of sugar cracked on top, getting that nice and crispy in there. The spices are coming through. Cinnamon stick, clove, allspice. And then you're getting a bit of the barrel char, bringing in that bit of wood sugars and the vanilla sweet kind of buttercream notes. Yeah, okay. Besides the ABV, and again, maybe I just need to acclimate to it, that's a darn good sip. Second sip here, I'm actually finding a lot more of a double oaked profile. I'm guessing that's because of the secondary barrel being so long with that rum cask finish. It's got this kind of deep oakiness, kind of rich kind of profile to it, mixed in there with that allspice, and it plays together really well. Again, I'm going to go back on the kind of the bruleed banana top. Are they doing that banana Fosters where you're kind of blow torching it, because you are getting this charry oakiness mixed in there with kind of those banana notes, the tropical mango, and the spices are just beautiful on top of things. And I think using the 99.1 mash bill was an interesting thing, and I give that a thumbs up because you are letting that barrel do a lot of the talking. The corn profile is very simple and sweet in here, and you're letting that barrel do the talking. Yeah, I think it's a good example of a rum barrel finished. If anything, the only criticism I have, there is a bit of like an astringency in here, kind of a bitter note going on. And again, I'm guessing that's because of the year and a half in the rum cask. But overall, for a bourbon finished in a rum barrel, it did a pretty darn good job. It holds its own on the bourbon side of things, but you still let that rum barrel really kind of shine through. Alrighty, let's talk about a grade for this one. So, pricing on this was $60. And again, distillery exclusive, you have to go there kind of thing to pick one up. I give it a B-. I think it's a good example of craft using rum barrel finishing, disclosing that mash bill, giving us aging times and finishing times. If anything, again, that little bit of bitterness that I'm getting in there it just kind of offsets things. And again, it does drink a little warm, but those are small criticisms overall. If you get the opportunity to go to West Fork and pick one of these up, I'd recommend it, at least give it a try at the tasting bar there itself, because I think this is a really solid example. Maybe a couple, I would say, in my lineup that I'd put before this one of being my favorite rum barrel finished bourbons, but it scores fairly high on my list. Big thumbs up on this one, guys. So yeah, there you have it, folks. The West Fork Whiskey Company High Corn Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in a rum barrel. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might